be found in the fact that ISCA is a non-governmental international organization which has not power enough towards the national governments. Because ISCA can recommend
Před chvílí jsme mluvili o silné stránce, že si vážíme, že máme národní systémy sportu pro všechny, ale tyto systémy jsou vyhraněné, diferencované a v podstatě se sami o sobě stávají na té straně prstů tomu sjednocení té sítě.
I was talking in the positive aspects about well-built national sports for all organization, but I mentioned they are each organization is a little bit different, a little bit specific, and in common synergy, they can be or could be a break on our way forwards. Opportunities.
Jako velkou příležitost vidíme možnost pronikat do struktur, politických struktur Evropské unie.
The great opportunity for ISCA is to be in contact and to penetrate to the decision sphere within European Union. ISCA is, as far as we all know, has relations with sports department in Brussels, and it's a great challenge and opportunity for ISCA.
Vidíme velkou silnou stránku příležitost, vidíme v tom, že ISCA vytváří prostor pro dvoustranné, třístranné a vícestranné
spolupráce. And great work of ISCA is that it creates the opportunities for our bilateral or trilateral contacts and cooperation.
Vidíme, že když ISCA vypracuje projekty, kterými realizujeme, a oni jsou zakončeny jako projekt PATHE, nic nebrání tomu, abychom v nich pokračovali ve svých organizacích.
And great opportunity for all of us is to continue the formally closed project. For example, now we are at the closing conference of PATHE, but nobody says we should finish our activities in this way. On the contrary, we should go on, I think.
Celková orientace dnešní společnosti a civilizace na biznis a peníze a sport pro všechny je na okraji, na periferii společenského zájmu u většiny států.
The general threat is the global orientation of the society to money, career, which, well, it's a general orientation of the consumption.
Když jdeme do důsledku, tak v podstatě naši činnost tím způsobem limituje a ohrožuje profesionální a vrcholový sport.
Another threat is the relation between elite top sport and grassroots sport, sport for all. Maybe it differs country by country, but I feel that professional sport takes a lot of financial resources, and sport for all is not subsidized so much as it should be. But it's a standpoint of the Czech Republic, maybe. You are happier in this. Yes. And now the general conclusion.
V rámci času se nám nepodařilo vymyslet nebo navrhnout a vytvořit si představu, jak má vypadat síť, organizační síť té ISCY, jaké má plný funkce a všechny ty detaily.
As to the time limit, we were not able to think out how the health network should be structured, organized, and how should it work. Well, maybe it's a theme of our further talks, discussions. Let me express my thanks to Jan and all our group and wish all of us conclusions which we were not able to do so far. Thank you very much.
Bosnia, France, Catalonia, and Serbia. Okay, we find the strength, and the first is to discover different associations from the countries of ISCA partners. The second is to be an Union European association. And the last, to help ourselves to elaborate concepts and progress in action. With the weakness, the first weakness, there are the language are the very difficult. No?
The language are the first difficult. That Jean-Claude says that is the first difficult for our countries. The second weakness is the financial systems in our countries are different. In Spain and France, in Serbia and in Bosnia are different. And the third, the sports policy are different. In Spain, we explain that in Catalonia there are we decide the policy system, but in France they cannot decide, or in Serbia they cannot decide the policy system, the sports policy.
For opportunities to do an common formations. When ISCA used the PATHE project to involve the participation of all the governments. And translate all the tools for the projects in all the languages of ISCA partners. And the tricks, it's a sports professional versus sports for all. Sports professional have all money of her political
give to the network agents of DTI and DCB, and they can try to process it further. What I have taken note of especially is the comment that when we have the projects for almost all the organizations, then maybe the health network doesn't need to be very active. It just needs to be there for the continuation of contacts for when the projects may end. So the health network is basically a place to share and to keep in contact and to know each other. And once there's an interest and a need, then the network can be active. But it should not be active just to be active. If projects are delivering what you are interested in, then basically the network does not need to do the same. So hopefully this is something that we can use. See, I will write down the discussions and the conclusions from the groups, and bring them back to the network leaders, as well as send it to you, so that you have an idea about this as a starting point. So just to wrap up once more, thank you very much for your inputs, for your discussions and your energy. I would like to say also that this session was an informal one. The formal PATHE conference is starting after this, but this is a very good starting point for the discussion and also for the interaction between our partners. We have some more practical information now, but I think that Herbert would like to say a few words.
Just one additional remark about our last discussion at the executive committee meeting of ISCA, leading organization. Jakob was not there because he is on paternity. Just to to tell you that we had similar discussions that we have had here. And we decided, and I read it, to secure increased financial incentive for network participation. So you can see that's the willing of the executive committee to put in more energy, also in financial resources, also on human resources, into the work of the networks. Not to let them alone, but to help them. I think this was a good decision and a good message also for us here.
Thank you for that encouragement. I can also say from my own point of view that I'm very happy to hear this kind of feedback and input, because when it comes to ISCA networks, it's very difficult for ISCA to organize or to assist networks if we don't know where the interest is and if we don't know where the problems are. So getting this feedback from you is very important. It's important for us, not only for the networks, but also for the projects. ISCA is, in my opinion, a rather competent project delivery organization. We develop new projects, we implement them, hopefully to the benefit of you as members of ISCA and as stakeholders of ISCA. However, we need to implement the right projects. So we need to have this kind of feedback from you to start the right projects, to apply for the right funding. Otherwise, we will start with the wrong projects and it will not benefit you at all. So very important for us to have this kind of session too, and thank you for all of that. Okay, going on to some practical information.